Well, today we're going to do something a little different. I'm aware of the, Muslim bombing stuff, and I might touch on that, but there's some other people who do some better work on the Nation of Islam and the contradictions therein, and how they're all, commanded to kill everyone who is not Islamic. That, a lot of easy believer Christians don't want to believe that, so we got some problems there. But, I'll get into that maybe in another video. Today I want to talk some more science stuff. I want to talk about the definition of life a little bit and get into a couple of very recent news articles. Life, according to dictionary.com. I accidentally clicked there. The condition that distinguishes organisms from inorganic objects and dead organisms being manifested by growth through metabolism, reproduction, and the power of adaptation in environment through changes originating internally. Sounds pretty complex and convoluted there. If we look at growth, an act or process, a manner of growing, development, or gradual increase. Size of development, completed development, complex stage. Okay, so the key here is act or process and a manner of growing, development, gradual increase. Gradual increase of what? I'm wondering. What are they dancing around here in their definition? Dictionary.com. We'll go to Merriam-Webster. Theirs is even a little bit more convoluted. The ability to grow. Grow what? Change what? Etc. That separates plants and animals from being things like water or rocks. Person of time when a person is alive, experience of being alive. Now, this ability to grow, change, etc., what are they dancing around? They are dancing around cell division. That is what life is cell division. Now, why doesn't it say that in the dictionary? Why doesn't it say cell division? Well, let's take a look at Wikipedia. All right. Life is characteristic distinguishing physical entities having biological processes such as signaling and self-sustaining processes from those that do not. Oh, wow. Interesting. And then they go right to abiogenesis. The smallest contiguous unit of life is called an organism. Organisms are composed of one or more cells. So right here, at least the Wikipedia article is being somewhat honest. Life is organisms that are composed of one or more cells that have metabolism and can grow, meaning they grow into more cells. Okay? But then, here we go right to abiogenesis. Why do they dance so much around it on the dictionary terms for life? Well, when you go to embryo, unborn or unhatched offspring in the process of development. Synonyms: a fetus, fertilized egg, unborn child, baby, zygote. So, an unborn child is a life. So, everyone having abortions out there are murderers. Legal murder is what's been going on since 1970 whatever. That's why they won't tell you what the real definition of life is. It's simply an organism that with cell division. That's it. Rocks don't divide their matter. Car isn't dividing into making new little cars all by itself there. No. We're only living organisms have the ability to metabolize and grow and have cell division. Well, that's exactly what an embryo is. Exactly. Now, why is this important? Well, got a news article that came out, and I want to talk about it a little bit. And it's a big article, and it's actually posted on Fox, and it's an article because it's one of these ones that everyone knows that it's wrong, but they don't know why. Or, if you're a Christian, you do know why. Judge, divorced California couple's embryos can be discarded. So, we've got a situation here Well, I'll just go ahead and read it. I think I've got time for that. A woman must abide by an agreement with her ex-husband to destroy 5 frozen embryos if they got a divorce, despite her contention that they represent her last chance to have children. California judge ruled Wednesday. The San Francisco, where else would it be, right? San Francisco Superior Court Judge Ann Christine Satan worshiper, Muselo, or whatever, said in a tentative decision that the agreement trumps the woman's desire to now keep the embryos. The woman, Mimi Lee, had argued that cancer made it risky for her to get pregnant, so the embryos were her last chance to have her own genetic child. Okay. Her ex-husband, Stephen Findlay, wanted to discard the embryos in accordance with the agreement. So, see, now the man's got some say. So now the man, he's going to go, drag his girlfriend into the abortion clinic or something. I mean, these are frozen embryos, but they are, according to the definition of life. They are dividing cells. Let's see what they say. He and Lee signed an agreement while married. He worried in part that Lee would use any children to take financial advantage of him, according to the ruling. Well, here's the thing. Why not give her embryos and have her sign a thing that's saying she won't go after child support? And here's the other thing. Being that these are children and it's the whole thing is about money, what if they already had kids? Couldn't Stephen Findlay say, well, I don't want to pay for them, so let's go have them, go get Jack Kevorkian and get rid of him? It's the same thing. Lee's attorney said that no California court had previously ruled in such case. Pennsylvania court did 3 years ago and awarded frozen embryos to a woman who also said they may be her only way to have a child because of breast cancer treatment despite the objections of her ex-husband. An Illinois judge last year also sided with a woman who was infertile in her fight over embryos with an ex-boyfriend. Muselo Satanist said that California law is clear that couples must decide what to do with embryos they create in case of separation or divorce. This is a prenuptial abortion agreement, I guess. Right? Like I said, what's the difference between this and killing the kids after they're born? What if one of those embryos was implanted inside her before the divorce was final? And she's, at the 8th month. Is she forced to have an abortion then? I mean, it seems to me to be the same exact thing. Right? Or does the woman have the pro-choice right? It's my woman's body and I can do what I want. All of a sudden that comes into play. I don't see what the difference is. Murdering babies is murdering babies. Decisions about family and children are often difficult and can be wrenching when they become disputes. Decisions about children, yeah, okay. Here we have the judge's quote. Decisions about family and children are often difficult. So we're admitting that it's children, right? I mean, they're not yet, but we're admitting it. She is. The policy best suited to ensuring that these disputes are resolved in a clear-eyed manner is to give the effect to the intentions of the parties at the time the decision was issued. So as long as you have a prenuptial about it, it's like, why don't we have a prenup that, well, if you ever get pregnant, you just always have to have an abortion no matter what? Would that be an okay agreement? I don't, who's going to go for something like that? Frozen embryos, though, heck, it's just a fertilized egg. I mean, who cares? It's life. It's life. Even according to the liberal Wikipedia, it's life. Call to an attorney for Lee was not immediately returned. Lee had argued she had the right to change the agreement and that she had a right to procreate. No one mentions anywhere in here that it's life yet. It's, I have the right to do this, and I have the right to do that. And the guy's over there going, I have the right to murder my kids too. No one's, we're all dancing around that it's life. Everyone knows it's bad to throw 5 embryos in the trash can. Everyone knows this. While Lee might have the right to procreate in other circumstances, she doesn't have the right to procreate with Findlay, the judge said. So, again, we're admitting that it's procreation and it's life. That's what procreate generally, that's what it means. It's to have offspring. So, they're dancing around that they're actually children. Well, they're not quite children yet, but they will grow up to be children if they didn't throw them in the trash can. The embryos were being held at University of California, San Francisco, which in accordance with state law, gave Lee and Findlay a consent agreement for fertility treatments in which they both said they would like the embryos thawed and discarded in case they divorce, according to the court documents. Well, what happens to those discarded fetuses there? They don't get discarded. Raised and grown and selling body parts here from Planned Parenthood, a federally funded Planned Parenthood, I might add, and they've been doing it for 15 years. This is why there'll never be any anti-abortion laws passed. Making money off the body parts. This is sacrificing children to Baal. It's exactly what it is. It's one of those things in the Bible that they used to do. Yeah. Offering it up to their sun god. Yup. One of the commandments to the Jews. Don't sacrifice your kids. Anyone that's interested in this, they got an undercover video on YouTube. You can go check it out. And they got them basically, this age of fetus is $150 and this age of fetus is $2,000, and it's sick stuff. But I'll go back to definition of life. Nobody wants to define it because of this whole abortion thing, which they know is murder. They know it. You can't get around it. You can't call life cell division, otherwise you got an embryo problem. So, with that, I'm losing my voice a little bit here. So, I think I'm going to be out of here. Don't anyone ever let you tell you that a fetus isn't a kid, isn't going to be a baby, isn't going to be a child. All of the definitions and stuff point straight to it's exactly what it is. As soon as the egg is fertilized, the cells start dividing. They divide very, very quickly to get a human body in 9 months. Okay? And it ain't pro-choice, it's pro-murder. With that, I'm going to be out of here.